You know, I've been thinking about it, and there's a lot of people, especially the younger generation, that have never changed the oil in their own car and don't know how. Well, maybe you're not a younger generation, but you still don't know how to change the oil in your car. You can save a lot of money doing it. So it's going to be a quick video probably, but just simply changing oil. So let me show you what we're doing it on. Alright, this is it. It's a 2005 Dodge Magnum, and I've already put it up on ramps. Now, whether you put it on ramps or jack stands, just make sure you're safe. If you put it on ramps, make sure you chalk the back tires and set your emergency brake for sure. Because until you see one go flying down the road behind the car. Alright, this has got a 2.7 V6. Because we were too cheap to spring for the Hemi. Anyway, I'm getting ready. I want to chalk the tires, then we'll show you the bare bones tools that you'll need. Alright, so here's what you need. Mine uses a 13mm to take the drain plug loose. You need an oil filter wrench that will fit your oil filter. Of course, you'll need an oil filter and 5 quarts of oil and a drain bucket. I guess sometime down the line we'll have to have a video on replacing hood struts, because my hood won't stay up because these struts are leaking. Anyway, first thing you're going to want to do is take the oil cap off. That lets the engine breathe a little bit, so that when you take the drain plug out, it'll drain out a little bit faster. First thing we're going to do is we're going to drain the oil. Remove the drain plug. Now, if you keep pressure, it won't leak all over you so bad. When you know you thread it all the way out, remove it quick, and I don't get oil all over me. Now look here. Right here, there's an O-ring on this one here that seals it. Now this one's in real good shape. If there is any question as to whether this is good or bad, replace it. Some of them have a plastic washer right here that will split. They don't cost but just probably less than $1, but worth the insurance to get one. Now we're pretty well drained, just put the plug back in it. Take our wrench, just snug it up. You don't have to, this thing ain't got to be on here like a lug wrench, just snug it down. Sure you wipe off everything, so here we go. Now for the oil filter. Put your wrench on. Oil filters always come off just like a nut. Goes around this way to come off, clockwise going on. Make sure you move your bucket underneath it, because this is going to leak pretty good. This is where you'll get nasty wet. Yeah. Turn it over in the bucket. All right. Now that our oil seal is oiled, we've got oil on it. Now we can thread it on. If you don't have oil on it, that seal will kink up and leak. Once it's on, you just turn it about 3/4 of a turn after it touches by hand. Do not put an oil filter wrench on that to tighten it. If you use this to tighten it, you will destroy that seal and it'll leak. You'll lose all your oil in just a matter of a few minutes. Alright, now we're ready to go up top. Alright, I recommend using a funnel when you're putting oil in the engine, mainly because it keeps you from making a mess. If you can do it without a funnel, more power to you. And if I'm real careful, I can normally do it without a funnel too, but it's a lot easier by using a funnel. You don't make near the mess. Okay, we put the cap back on it. Now we're going to start the engine and let the oil get pumped through. Oh, what are we going to look for here? We're going to look. Alright, where's the. Alright. Over here's the oil pressure gauge. There's a light down at the bottom. And it pumped right on up. We'll let it run for just a minute. That way it pumps up into the oil filter all through the engine. Now that we've let the engine set for just a minute, and why would we do that? Well, because we want all the oil that was up here trapped in the top end of the engine to drain back into the engine, down into the oil pan. And we've taken it off the ramps, so now the engine sets level, on level ground, and we can check it and be more accurate. So. And can you see that? It's a little bit on the low side still, so we're gonna be good there. Yep. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's right at the top. This is what we're going to do to get rid of the old engine oil. I'm going to put the old engine oil back into the container. Thinking that's pretty low. Now we can take this container back to the auto parts store and they'll dispose of the oil. And that's all there is to changing your oil. Now, when you're done, make sure you check everything underneath. Make sure you're not leaking. Make sure everything's tight enough, which I did that. I didn't video that because that's sort of boring and monotonous. But anyway, I did check that, and take your old oil back to the auto parts store and have them poured in their recycle bin, and they'll dispose of it for you. And other than that, it's all just nuts and bolts. If I can do it, you can too. Good luck. See you next time.